Vanessa, what I really liked was the sense of style you put on this film. I like the text on screen, the narration. It's very fun. Can you discuss kind of adding that extra oomph as it kind of sets it apart from other rom-coms?
Sure. I mean, I think a big part of what you're talking about was in the screenplay that Katie Lovejoy wrote. Um, and and then yeah, we just wanted to create something that felt like it's very much its own world and that had really strong kind of palette and also felt really grounded as well as being kind of aspirational and joyful.
And Jennifer, it has to be so magical to see this story go from your mind to on the page to now see it on the screen. What about Vanessa's take on your novel really impressed you the most?
Well, the first time we spoke, Vanessa had the book and it was all marked up with post-it notes and highlights and underlines, and I just knew it was in good hands. And even before then, Katie Lovejoy, who so brilliantly brought the story to life with the screenplay, everybody just really got it and really respected the source material and loved the story, and so it felt, you know, it felt like the whole time that the book and the which I've lived with for so many years was in really, really good hands. And and in any changes that were made were things that really elevated it in my mind. Adding the narrator and some texture to Oliver's backstory and just the palette of the movie and how stylized it is. It's a movie that to me it feels both kind of whimsical and quirky and magical, but also really grounded in the kind of heart it brings to the story. So I was just so pleased with how it all turned out.
Perfectly put. And Vanessa, you've worked so much in television. This is your first feature film, though. Was there much of it an adjustment doing a film compared to a TV series, or was it largely the same?
I mean, it was less intense because it took less time to film it. Normally you're doing like 3 hours of television in one block. So it was good to be able to give so much more attention to that hour and a half that we were making. Other than that, it's pretty similar.
And Jennifer, the novel came out a decade ago. So seeing this movie, it's going to give the material a whole nother life. So what about this story in particular, looking back upon it, really resonates with you?
Well, of all the books I've written, this has been the one that by far has been most beloved by readers. And so for it to kind of stand the test of time and to get this new push out in the world is really it's been one of the most gratifying experiences of my whole career, this story. I think ultimately it's a story that's about connection. And I think it's about, two people finding each other and meeting each other at sort of the exact right moment. And there's just something about the fact that it is sad and sweet and full of heart. It's not kind of, it's a rom-com, but it's definitely more rom than com. And I think that there's something that really tugs at people's heartstrings about this story and these characters. And it's been really a wonderful experience to get to watch readers fall in love with it, and I hope viewers will now too.
And Vanessa, Haley Lou Richardson is just fantastic in this. I found her so charming. What qualities about her as an actress made you so certain that she was the right choice for Hadley? Because I just came away so impressed by her.
She's very impressive. She's a very, very talented actor. She came on board at the same time that I did. But I just think she's such a unique, she's such an individual person. There's no other Haley Lou Richardson. And I think that really, she really gives that to Hadley in a way. And she's funny and quirky and off the wall and just kind of magnetic to be around.
Jennifer, were you able to visit the set any during production or be involved with that any?
This was filmed during kind of one of the deepest parts of COVID. It was in the winter of, 2020 going 2021. So I was supposed to go to set, and it just, London went into a lockdown and it became too complicated. But we had a few days of reshoots about a year later, and I was able to go and meet Haley and Jamila and get to see. And I think it's so special because you write these books alone in a room, with just the characters in your head, and then to go to set and see the huge amount of people it takes to bring something like this to life. And so it was really special. And I was in the background in one of the scenes, and I was supposed to look like a stressed, disgruntled passenger in the airport, and Vanessa kept calling me over to the monitor to say, "You look too happy." And I was like, "I am happy. This is my film is coming, my movie book is coming to life. I am happy." So needless to say, I got cut and I'm not an actor, but it was such a special experience.
That's a very fun story. I appreciate you sharing that. And Vanessa, what really impressed me about this movie is the leads just have such a great chemistry. Was that something, you had to work on any or have them bond beforehand, or was it just natural? They seem so great together.
It was very, very natural. It was instant. As soon as they met, we did a Zoom chemistry read. And even before they started to read the scene, where they were just chatting, and it was just so instant, and it stayed that way for the whole shoot. They just really connected and were very sort of fun and warm with each other. Yeah.
And Jennifer, this is your second novel that has been adapted into a movie. Your work's been translated into 33 languages. Uh, just how fulfilling is it knowing that your work is truly reaching a worldwide audience? That has to be, I don't know, I would feel very overwhelmed.
It means the world. I've wanted to be a writer since I was a kid, and I could never have dreamed of all this. It's just it means the world. I'm so grateful for the readers who have kept this story going for all these years, and now to get to see the story in a different medium, on a different kind of platform, and but worldwide as well, is just, I just can't believe I remember starting to write this alone in, a little studio apartment in New York City, and to now think of so many people around the world meeting Hadley and Oliver. It's just unreal. It's very, very unreal.